Very surprisingly, the Icy household has some formal-ish events to go to at the end of this year. This is very unlike us. So, we went thrift shopping. Hello, it's Icy. Yes, that's right. Back with another thrift haul video. I don't do this, it feels like I do this a lot, but I don't really do this a lot. However, yes, the end of the year, early December, we have a wedding to go to that is probably on the formal-ish side. And because I'm cheap and we never go out anywhere, I do absolutely not want to pay full price for anything. I would be prepared to if, for example, Miss Icy and Master Icy absolutely need something, but I would rather thrift something if we can. Master Icy is still growing like a weed, so if we get him anything, he will literally have exactly one wear out of it. So, you know, I would much rather get him something that I don't care if he grows out of it, like, you know, 2 weeks after this thing. Miss Icy is hitting a stage where she's like got quite particular tastes. And so I'd like for her to be able to get something nice without having to spend a whole bunch of things. Not only that, Miss Icy also has her Year 10 formal at the end of the year, literally the day before the wedding, and the wedding's in another state. It's gonna be hectic. And she wants to go bold for the Year 10 formal. So I would like to, she's given me permission, show you what she's got to turn into the outfit that she's planning to wear to her Year 10 formal. She has a suit. Not only any suit, we have bright yellow cape sleeves for Miss Icy's formal suit, as well as, not actually in the same set, but really very close, and you won't actually be able to tell under night lighting, pants to go with. Now the pants are too big. She's going to put some front darts in, and it's going to be great. It's going to look absolutely freaking amazing. But this coat with the cape sleeves, man, it is absolutely a vibe. She's not wearing this to the wedding. And she understands that this is not an option for the wedding. So she did try on some really nice dresses, but nothing that really like piqued her interest. So we will have to do some more thrifting. Alternatively, I will make something for her, or she will make it for herself, and I will take her fabric shopping instead. That is completely an option. So for me, I did get a few things. Mr. Icy and Master Icy didn't find anything, unfortunately. So we went to a shop. Well, it's actually a series of shops, but there's one outlet. It's an actual outlet near us called U-Turn. Link in the description if you're in Sydney. They have like 4 outlets around Sydney, and they have a huge expanse of ever-changing, very nice, sometimes designer garments that go through. Certainly the one near us, no kids' clothes. I did not realize that before we went. I'd been there once before, but hadn't noticed there was like no kids' stuff. They have a small selection of other thrifty, kitchenware-y type stuff, but mainly it's about clothes, handbags, that kind of thing. So I would, if you're looking to, you know, get that lovely shop, I've found something lovely feel without spending a great deal and then buying secondhand, I would recommend them highly, actually. So definitely do check them out. So for me, you probably know from previous videos, I'm going to PAX Australia from the time of recording this video in about 3 weeks. And each time I go to PAX Australia, I go, oh, I would love a nice suitcase. I would love a nice carry-on wheelie bag to take to PAX that is not the one that we bought in a market in China, in Shanghai, 15 years ago, maybe 16 years ago. It's perfectly fine. It does the job. But I wanted something that was nice. And funnily enough, up the back, I'd given up on a search for something nice. A purple Pierre Cardin roll-on suitcase in exactly the right size. It expands at the front. The only $15. I mean, it looks it's in good condition. It's a little dusty in places. I don't care. It does not need to be pristine. The inside is clean, which is very important. There's nothing awkward in any pockets, also very important. The one downside, which I realized only just now, I don't know the code for the lock. So we might have to spend half an hour going through 999 combinations to work out what the code is. But yeah, I'm really happy, and it's great. And also, said wedding that we will actually need to fly to, we will need some more carry-ons. So now we've got 2 of a decent size. So that is also great. Now for me, for the wedding, initially my thought was, I'm just gonna make something because I've got a vision and I've got ideas and I'm gonna make something. How often do I get to make really fancy clothes? Not very often. The Victorian stuff would be way too hot to wear. So because it's in Brisbane in summer and it's going to be very, very warm. But I found something. Well, actually, I found a possible handbag, which is really nice. Look at this. It's missing the strap, but that is not really an issue. I can certainly, I've got other straps I could use. But this, yeah, embroidered bead, very 1920s handbag. Very good. Very likely I'll use this, assuming my phone fits in it. But it's just great. And I actually thought it would work for the Victorian project anyway. So that was the other reason I snaffled this one, because it was like, oh yes, I will take that. That would be lovely. But the thing I got is this. I got what I think is a designer dress. Look at that. I will go and try it on and then show you, because it's amazing. It is what brand is it? I've lost it. Somewhere in here. Oh, for real. Where is it? There we go. Okay, it's Bleu Blanc Rouge. Designed in France, it says. It says it's a 12, which I don't normally wear a 12, but it does fit. It says, I think it's a now defunct company. It does have an Australian website. It does still have an Australian Facebook page, and you can see this as a dress, no price, from 2017. But I cannot tell you when I saw this dress and I went, oh my God, that's so me. So I'm just gonna pop this on so you can see what it looks like. Okay, let's try this. We're not doing like a full reveal because this is not really, I didn't make it, but how amazing is this dress? And yes, that's right. It has pockets for the win. So it's fairly short. Okay, so it's fairly short. It's not too short, but I will probably wear like 3/4 length tights underneath as a feature, because I do like that look. I have sort of platform flats, which I have on now. I don't think you could see those in the video, which I was already planning to wear because I thought that they would look really great. The fabric, this kind of woven texture is amazing, and not only has it got a woven texture, it's also got like a printed shine of like a paisley, like a large flowery paisley kind of vibe. So while it's sort of black, it's not blackest black. So I think I can slide in. I did get permission to wear black, but that way I can slide in pockets. Oh my God, the structure is amazing. It's kind of sits like a Victorian outfit where it's like, okay, we'll taper it in and then we'll pop out over the hips so your waist looks skinnier. It does fit, it fits so well. It's got this very interesting sort of almost like a drawstring through the bottom edge of the skirt at the back. Like there's an actual cord there. So if I wanted to change the shape of the back, I could, and I think it would give you a much more sort of straight out popped kind of vibe. But honestly, I'm not going to, because I absolutely love this. It's pretty plasticky. It feels like it could be partly cotton. I'd need to check. I didn't see a label necessarily, like a fabric label of what it's made from. I still can't see it. But the actual, so it's like shiny on this side, but it's like polished. So it does feel like the it feels like the base layer is more on the cotton side. It's lined sort of from here up. So that helps with the sort of the fit and the sit. The collar is deliberately pleated here. And to be honest, I'm not sure I like that. I might it's not pleat, it's just like ironed pleats. So I might just re-iron it so the collar stands out, because I think I like that as a vibe. And obviously this bag I bought would actually go fantastically with it. But I do have some other like evening bags that I already own that would also look legit with this. So yeah, I'm so happy. So I don't need to make a dress for this wedding now. What I might need to make or work out is some sort of jacket top type thing to go over this, because I don't know if anywhere that we're planning to be is going to be air conditioned. So this would be too cold for air conditioning, but it will be very hot. So, and there'll be some level of moving around between places. So anyway, I scored. And you may be wondering how much this cost. $10. $10. The pants were $10. The suitcase was $15, and something in here must have been cheaper, because it was all like under $50 for all of them. So I don't know. Yeah, so slightly under. So something must have been a bit cheaper. Anyway, thanks for joining me for this video. I don't know. Sometimes it's really nice to share your victories, and this feels like a victory. I cannot tell you how much I like this dress. Oh, I might never wear it again, but I don't think it's ever going to leave my cupboard, ever. Because if I've just got it there, if there's ever a wedding, I need to go out to fancy dinner, any of these things, they're never going to happen. I think there's one other wedding that could happen in a couple of years. That's it. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. You can find me on socials. Check on my socials in December. I'm sure I'll have some pictures of me wearing this at some point. Thank you for watching. Do check out the other videos on this channel, which are all to do with sewing and maybe a bit of thrifting here and there. Thank you very much. I'm Icy, and I will talk to you next time. Bye. So just a small update. Looked at the lock, tried to undo the lock, got about a third of the way through the combinations, went, bugger this, let's look for how we can actually crack this properly. Found a method which I think will work, or would have worked if the lock wasn't broken. Yes, that's right. The lock on this suitcase was broken. So Mr. Icy and I took it apart this morning because the bag's open. I was actually able to get into the inside, unscrew the lock. We took the lock off, realized there were some springs missing, have spent at least half an hour futzing around to fix the lock, but now we have a working lock. And also, this means I really don't trust the locks on this, because I now know how to open locks on this kind of bag, and it's just straight out there on the internet for anybody to find. So I guess my answer to this is don't put anything important in your bags. and leave them unattended, probably. Or get a lock with a key, really. But just my advice.